In the center of a huge, empty field shrouded in thick fog, there lived a terror that no one could explain. The sound of laughing children echoed through the air, but no one could ever see where the laughter was coming from. People whispered that the field was haunted by the spirits of children who had gone missing, and that they would laugh to lure their victims closer. One day, a group of friends decided to venture into the field, eager to see if the rumors were true. The fog was so thick that they could barely see a few feet in front of them, but they pressed on, determined to find the source of the laughter. As they walked deeper into the field, the laughter grew louder and more persistent. The friends grew more and more frightened, but still, they pushed on. Suddenly, the laughter stopped, and the field became eerily silent. Just as the friends were starting to breathe a sigh of relief, they heard the sound of footsteps coming towards them, light and fast, as if running. The friends turned to run, but the footsteps grew louder and faster, closing in on them from all sides. They tried to scream, but their voices were lost in the thick fog. The friends never made it out of the field. People whispered that they had fallen victim to the laughing children, and that they were now doomed to spend eternity in the haunted field, laughing alongside the spirits of the missing children. From that day on, no one dared to venture into the field again. The sound of laughing children still echoed through the air, and many believe that those who listen to it will be lured to their doom, just like the friends before them. The huge, empty field shrouded in thick fog remains a place of terror, where the laughter of the unseen children continues to haunt those who dare to listen. As the years went by, the legend of the laughing children only grew. People whispered that on still nights, you could hear their laughter carried on the wind, beckoning you to join them in the field. Some even claimed to have seen ghostly figures darting through the fog, laughing as they disappeared. Despite the fear that the field inspired, there were still those who were drawn to it, drawn by the mystery of the unseen children and their haunting laughter. They would stand at the edge of the field, listening for the sound that would send shivers down their spines. One such person was a young woman named Sarah. She had always been fascinated by the paranormal, and she was determined to find out the truth about the laughing children. She gathered a group of friends and set out for the field, determined to capture the laughter on tape and finally solve the mystery. As they entered the field, the laughter began, just as it always did. Sarah's heart raced as she held up her recording device, capturing the sound. But then, something strange happened. The laughter became louder, more persistent, and suddenly, the fog began to clear. In the distance, Sarah could see ghostly figures darting through the field, laughing as they ran. She screamed and tried to run, but she found that her feet wouldn't move. The ghostly figures closed in on her, and Sarah felt their cold breath on her face. Just as she thought she was about to be taken, the fog descended once again, and the laughter stopped. Sarah never spoke of her experience in the field again, but the recording of the laughing children became a sensation on the internet. People listened in disbelief, unable to explain the haunting laughter captured on the tape. The field remained shrouded in fog, and the laughing children continued to haunt those who dared to venture within. The legend of the laughing children remains one of the most intriguing mysteries of the paranormal world. Many have tried to solve the mystery, but the truth remains elusive, lost in the thick fog that still shrouds the huge, empty field where the laughter of the unseen children can still be heard, echoing through the air, beckoning those who dare to listen.